Hi, this is Dina D'Ambrosi. Welcome to Delicious and Light. So we're going over a friend's house later, and I told him that I would make some appetizers. Now I know there's a friend of mine who's on a specific diet. He can't have any dairy, and it needs to be a high protein, low fat diet. So what I'm doing is I'm going to do Nacho Cups, and I say that in quotes because the nacho part of it is, instead of tortilla chips, we're going to use endive leaves, and I'm going to make a black bean dip with salsa as well. So this is going to serve 6 people, and what we're going to start with is, in the recipe I have 3 endive, but you have to eyeball it, so I bought 4 just in case. We're going to put in the black bean dip some garlic, chili powder, hot sauce. Now in the recipe that you'll see online, I put Tabasco sauce, but I really like this Louisiana Supreme. I had a friend go down to New Orleans and he got me some hot sauces, and this one is really delicious. And then I thought it would be fun to top it with a little jalapeno pepper. That's optional to you, but we grow these in our garden, so I thought it would be fun to use it. So the first thing you want to do is just cut the bottom off your endive leaves and peel off the first one, the outermost layer. And the reason you do this is it might not look as nice, and with appetizers and with any food, you want it to look as nice as it's going to taste. And if it looks like it's a little bit on its way out, you probably don't want to use it. So that guy's gone. So just separate it till you have 12 separated, and then we're going to rinse these and arrange them on a serving platter. So I'm going to continue to do this, and I'll be back in a moment after these are peeled off and cleaned. Alright, so all I did was I separated the leaves. I have 12 here, the endive leaves. I washed them and I just patted them off with a paper towel, so they're all ready to go. From here, you just want to make your bean dip. So open up a can of black beans. And I'm going to go over to the sink. I'm going to drop it, and I'm going to rinse these until the water turns clear. So come on over here, and you're going to get the black beans rinsed. So what I mean by the water runs clear is I just put the water sprayer on there, and you see that it's not, the water's not cloudy anymore. That's how you know that your beans are nicely rinsed. Just shake off any excess water. Put the can underneath the strainer so that you don't end up dripping all over the kitchen, which I've done many times. And then just drop this into your food processor. And there you go, as easy as that. So what you want to add to the black beans is a clove of garlic. And if you like garlic, by all means add 2 cloves or more. Alright, so I'm just going to get out the garlic de-skinner. That little guy keeps running out of there. Take the skin off. And I'm going to mince the garlic right into the food processor where the beans are. Just crunch that in. And you could get creative. You can add cilantro to this if you like that. I like to add a little bit of the Louisiana hot sauce and a teaspoon of chili powder. The other thing you want to do, so I'm going to turn this on, and then I'm going to slowly add 2 tablespoons of olive oil. So we're going to get that dripping with the olive oil. What the olive oil does is it helps make it combined better. 1, 2, so it truly becomes like a dip-like consistency. Whenever you're working with a food processor, whether you're pulsing or you're just grinding it up, it's good to stop in between, scrape off your sides, because sometimes things get stuck in there, and then turn it back on and let her go. So what you want to do is a nice paste, consistency. You don't want to see any whole black beans in there. And when it's ready, I'll show you what that will look like. So this recipe isn't yet on deliciouslight.com, but I will be posting it after the video and you can get the full details. So if you can see, this is a real smooth consistency, which is what you're looking for. So it's nice and smooth. There are no whole beans left in there. So for safety reasons, we're going to remove the blade, but the bean spread can stay right in there. And then this is incredibly easy. At this point, you just want to assemble your bean spread and the salsa on the endive, and then we'll cut up a little jalapeno pepper for some heat. That's the nice thing about the Louisiana hot sauce too, is it's got a lot of flavor, but it's not that hot. So to make this, I'm just going to get a teaspoon, scoop a little teaspoon here, and just put it at the end of the endive like this. Now if you're not familiar with endive, it's a very mellow flavor. It's got a little bit of bitterness to it, but it's a nice complement to the bean spread and the salsa. And the thing is, it adds almost no calories and certainly no fat to the dish. So it makes what otherwise would be an okay dish into a healthy one that is much less in calories and in fat. So I don't know, but based on my friend's nutritional requirements, I think this might be something that he can enjoy before we grill. So just want to spoon that onto every endive cup. There's a lot that I do with endives as well. There's another appetizer that's an all-time favorite. I have actually made it for our friends before and they love it. Endive is so versatile. You could go sweet, you could go savory. And one day I'll do a video of a fig and goat cheese endive with a little balsamic drizzle on it. It's absolutely delicious. People love it. So you see I have a little extra bean dip here so I can save that, and a lot of times I'll serve that with crackers or I'll serve it with vegetables, and it's a super healthy little snack for my son after school, or just in case we have some company that comes over that we weren't expecting. So I just bought this store-bought salsa, or store-made salsa, and what I'm going to do is take a small spoon, a teaspoon, put a little salsa in there. So when they take a bite of it, they taste the salsa and the bean dip. And then I'll just cut up a little jalapeno pepper and put little jalapeno pepper strips on there too. Give it a little extra flavor and a teeny bit of heat. Jalapenos are interesting because we grow them in the garden, and there are, even on the same plant, we'll find that there are certain jalapenos that are incredibly hot and other jalapenos that are pretty mild, and it all came from the same plant. I don't know how that works out. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to get some gloves to work with the jalapeno. And the reason why I'm using gloves with the jalapeno, and this is a good idea for everybody regardless, but I wear contact lenses, so the worst thing that could happen to me is to touch the jalapeno pepper during the day, and then at night when I'm getting ready for bed, I take my contact lens out, and I'm in a lot of pain for a long time because I forgot to use gloves with working with jalapenos. So let me get a little knife, a little paring knife. All right, so I'm just going to grab a knife and come on over here. As I work with any jalapeno, I always remove the seeds because they hold the most heat. So what I'm doing here is I'm cutting it real thin without the seeds. I'm just putting a little jalapeno on there. And you just let your company know too, or your friends who you're going over their house, or whether you're having people over, just let them know what this little red pepper is so that they can remove it if that's something that they're not looking for, that additional heat. Oh, look, this guy has two. It's a brave soul. There we go, and let me just get that last little strip in. There we go. Endive nacho cups. Enjoy.